Hello, this is Derek O'Neill, and I would like to wish everybody a happy St. Patrick's Day and virus-free experience. Today I'd like to talk to you about something which I believe is going to be extremely important over the next few days, weeks and months. One of those things, of course, is our mental well-being, our mind's well-being. And based on the teachings that have been taught for millenniums of years, your thoughts create your reality. And so if you want to really begin to change your reality about your wellness, about your spirituality, about who you are, there's no better time than to utilize those tools right now. Just take a moment just to take a deep breath as you're listening. Just take a deep breath and just calm yourself down. Because here in Ireland, for instance, over the next week or so, there's going to be, potentially 500,000 people losing their job because of close downs in businesses, whatever. Some of those businesses may not open again. And the whole thing to remember here is, you cannot change anything unless you accept it. So if you accept that these events are going to happen, if you accept that these events are happening, now you can begin to change it. And how do you do that? Well, one of the great ways is to know what your real value is. There are people in your life who value you more than anything else, more than money, more than materialistic goods. They value you. They love you. They want to support you. You, I assume, also want to be supported by them. So wealth comes and goes, character comes and grows. This is the time for your character to step forward. This is actually a time, instead of feeling like a victim, empower yourself to do something about it. Don't wait for governments. Don't wait for everybody else to help you. This is a time of self-actualization. And when I say actualization, the word act is in there, because from actualization we come to realization. And so, there was a great saying from Ralph Waldo Emerson, who said, sow a thought and you reap an action. Sow an action, you reap a habit. Sow a habit and you reap a character. Sow a character and you reap your destiny. Now is the time to sow your character. There is nothing that can be taken away from you now of any value, except, of course, unless you give it away, or the big word we're all terrified of, you lose your life. But there's no need for that to happen. And I know a lot of people now who have already been suffering from various anxieties and whatever. Now is a time where they're going to need to hear, hopefully, these messages from somebody like myself, who have been helping people with these types of situations now for, 30 odd years. And so, keep something very much in mind, if you will. Just as a river can be harnessed to create energy, so can negative experiences actually be harnessed to create positive outcomes. Some of the positive outcomes, if you wish to change your point of view, is people are becoming more helpful, loving. They're becoming much more accepting of certain aspects, and it's in that acceptance that the power of change will really come. If you allow your mind to begin to drag you down this tunnel of panic and fear, resentment and disappointment or greed, then yes, you're going to have a lot of work climbing back out of that hole. If you're already in that hole, please understand there are people who do not look down on you. They are reaching down with their hand to try and bring you up. I myself have a wellness retreat in Wexford in New Ross in Ireland, and yesterday I had to let all my staff go. I had to let them go. Now, I didn't let them go as in let them go. I realised that for their well-being, they needed to be protected. They needed to go home. They needed to self-isolate. They needed to be there for their family. And in doing so, you know, whatever revenue we have, I will share with my workers because, you know, that's what it was all about in the first place. And you've heard me say this before, where love is present, you know, disease cannot be. So the only disease that will be affecting Creakin is the disease of love, and I welcome that in any time and any day. So if you find yourself as being one of these people who is an employer, please understand that the people who created your business are the very people that I know you're finding it difficult to let go now. But let them go in love. Let them go not because you fear. Let them go because it is the thing to do right now. You can grow this business later, and keep in mind, people have great memories. What actions you take now, they will remember. And so as a cause creates an effect, karma, I think some people call it, sow what you reap. Keep in mind now, all employers, whatever you sow now, you will reap in the future. And for all the people who are losing your job, remember that the employer is not always just a numbers man. The employer is a person who has family themselves. They have hard decisions to make. It's no good getting angry or frustrated at them. I'm sure every one of them are making the right decisions to help everybody now. Just go into hibernation, back to nature again. It's time for a little bit of hibernation. It's time for inner flexion. You know, people slag off spirituality, which is such a pity, because the thing about spirituality is when it awakens in you, you do truly begin to realize that everything of value is inside you, not outside you. So when you begin to find those treasures inside you, yes, you go deep. Yes, you find yourself changing your lifestyle. Yes, people don't like the fact that you begin to, you know, look more inside than outside. So your outside world becomes less important. And I know sometimes people misread this. They think you're in a cult or whatever it is, whilst if they only see in what you're doing is you're empowering yourself. So, you know, whatever religious belief you have or non-religious belief you have, whatever it is, you know, the teachings are there. They've always been there. You know, the kingdom of heaven lies within. Well, let's change that to your future, your destiny lies within. If you take a few deep breaths, if you meditate, if you pray, if you genuinely tell fear to go take a holiday whilst love comes and visits you for a couple of weeks, then you're going to find that your mental capacity to be able to handle what's going on is most important. So let me give you a little bit of advice around a system that I call the why system. Everybody asks why? Why this? Why is it happening? Why me? All of these things. Well, for years now I've been using the why system, using many and various techniques. And so here is how I understand the why system to work. The why system to me works like this. The past has energy. The history of who we are makes up who we are. So the past has energy. The now is the holder of the energy. And what you do now will create the future. But the future has no energy. It has no energy because the future is not here yet. When I started to explain to you, that was the now. Now it's the past. The future, I don't know. Anybody who tells you they know the future is either suffering from some sort of illness or are guessing at best. Nobody actually really knows. You can predict things, absolutely. You can see patterns and predict what will happen next, absolutely. But the future will never have energy until it becomes the now. So, right here and right now, it's up to you to remember this. There are people out there who are willing to help you. You are not alone. Every day I sit in meditation, I will send out as much energy as I can to anybody who needs it, anybody who just needs to feel love, to feel compassion, to feel acceptance. It's not a big deal. I do this on a daily basis anyway, but keep the one precious thought in mind. When this blows over, and it will, when this passes, and it will, every action that you have taken will measure the weight of your soul. Your soul is here to be connected to all other souls. Your soul is just energy. Everything right now is energy. Keep your energy as positive as you can. Actualization means, as I said, take action. Do stuff to amuse yourself. If you have a skill set, offer that skill set to your neighbours, to your friends. Now is the time for humanity to come together, to awaken to the spirituality. I absolutely believe that what's happening now is Mother Nature has said to humanity, I have tried to get your attention for a long time about what you have been doing. The greed of pulling everything out of my system. The burning down of my lungs in the form of forests, etc. and so on. So Mother Nature, being the most powerful of all, has turned around and said, well, here it is. If you didn't listen to me, I'm now going to have to turn the table on you, humanity, and I am now not going to stop this virus. You, humanity, will have to love this virus out of existence. Listen to that again. You will have to love this virus out of existence by supporting each other, acknowledging each other, by giving thanks and gratitude to Mother Nature, and understanding that Mother Nature has literally just said to us, here's a warning shot across the bows. If you do not look after me, I cannot look after you. So, that's my message for today. St. Patrick's Day. Who was St. Patrick? Well, St. Patrick was a saintly man who came to serve humanity, or so the story goes. Well, let you be today an Irish man, woman and child. Let you today serve humanity with any skill set you have, even if that's just a smile, even if it's lifting up the phone and ringing somebody who you haven't spoken to in a while. Now is the time to reconnect. The more light bulbs that reconnect on this planet now, the more light there will be. So, I will be putting out more videos. Please subscribe if you think this is of any use. I'm here to help. I'm here to serve with my qualifications of being a psychotherapist, hypnotherapist, NLP practitioner, spiritual teacher, and all the other things that I've learned. So if you have a friend who you think can get this message to people who might feel isolated or alone, please forward it to them. And just let them know that there is a voice, an Irish voice, a voice that could sing an Irish lullaby. But you know something? In order to do that, I might need one of these. Or maybe not. So as I salute the harp that plays the music of love and the music of the heart, let all beings in all the world be happy. Thank you for listening. May your God bless you, and may you truly now step up and serve humanity of which you are part. Have a great St. Patrick's Day and a great life. Thank you for listening.